All right, guys, back with another free pick in this Monday Night Football game between Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, and they take on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Guys, this is going to be a big matchup in the AFC. Both these teams have struggled early on. The Chiefs' offense is just starting to find their rhythm after their big win against the Ravens. And now this is going to be a coaching chess match, I think. But before I get into the rest of this analysis, guys, I'm 3-0 in my last 3 Monday Night Football picks, and let's make it a fourth tonight. Let's stay undefeated, and let's get straight into the analysis right here, right now. Okay, I ran a 10,000 game simulation on this game. I'll break down exactly how I think this game is most likely to play out with my own analysis. All right, the Chiefs are 2-2. The Jaguars are 3-1. The Chiefs have dominated the Ravens by 37 points last game. All right, they put up 37 against that Ravens defense. Now the Jaguars, they upset the 49ers. They forced 4 turnovers. I think both of these factors will be huge in this game. Now, Vegas has this line at Kansas City minus 3.5. They're covering that really important number of 3 points. Total 46.5. Just under the key number of 47. Make sure you look at all the key numbers in these games in the NFL. A lot of these games come down to 3 or 4%. I think there's a 5% chance this game lands right on minus 3. So both of these teams are fighting for seeding in the AFC, playoff, tiebreakers. This is going to be an important game, all right? Now, the Chiefs, they're going to get back Xavier Worthy, okay, from injury. This is definitely going to boost their passing game. And on the defensive end, they're losing Snead, all right? Secondary is definitely going to be weaker on the outside. Does that give Travis Hunter, Trevor Lawrence, and this Jags an advantage? I think so, all right? Calvin Ridley is gone for the Jags, all right? They added on the defensive line Arik Armstead, and they drafted Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter defensively. I think this is going to be a huge leap in their offensive line blocking metrics from this last year. Last year they were 32nd. This year they're already up to 4th. All right, so they're definitely blocking better with the offensive line. Now the Chiefs with Worthy on the offense and Mahomes able to open up that deep threat. That's what they struggled in week 1 and week 2. They didn't have any deep threat. Now Worthy comes in. They went 4-4 on 4th down last week with 0 turnovers. I think Kelsey gets involved a little bit more this week with Worthy, that other factor on their offense. Now, the Jags defense has been unbelievable. All right, 13 takeaways in their 4 games. You know, Lloyd and Okonkwo on the defensive end are top 2 in coverage. The Jags run game with ETN, I think, is definitely improved with the O-line improvements that we just talked about. Already 2 games over 100 yards. Now the Chiefs defense with Spagnuolo, one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, is going to be very important. They're still very strong schematically, and the loss of Snead means Lawrence is going to have a couple more windows, but we know that Spagnuolo likes to blitz. He's going to bring that pressure. I think that means a lot in this game. Now, when we talk QB matchup, let's talk QB matchup for a second. Patrick Mahomes, I think in this game is going to have 260 to 300 yards, probably 2 or 3 touchdowns, and I think he's going to have a great game because of this Worthy-Kelsey tandem that is going to be their bread and butter all year. All right, Trevor Lawrence, I think he probably gets over 230 yards passing, but he definitely has a high turnover risk with this blitzing KC defense, and it's definitely a contrast in styles, right? Mahomes thrives on extended plays, getting out of the pocket, finding Kelsey downfield on broken routes. Lawrence, he likes the pocket clean. This is why the big improvement in the O-line makes a big difference. And, you know, play action. He loves to get that play action going. If ETN can get some big running gains early in the game, that opens up the play action for Trevor Lawrence. Now, Andy Reid and Spagnuolo, they have a continuity. They love to be aggressive on 4th down, and it's definitely proven big in big spots, as the Bills learned last year. Right? Liam Coen, first-year head coach for the Jags. I think he really loves the new offense of getting that ball run, all right, getting it downhill early, and then using that play action. You know, they have an opportunistic defense, as we just talked about, with the 13 turnovers forced, but they haven't been tested in a big game like this against the Chiefs, and I think that's going to rear its head. Now, KC beat Jacksonville in 2022 and 2023 in the playoffs and the regular season. Now, they didn't play last year, but this year is going to be a big matchup, and I think the Chiefs are going to pull this game out. I really do. The Chiefs are starting to hit their stride right at the right time. I got the Chiefs up and over 25 points as well. I think the Jags are going to score over 20 as well. So, do I think the Chiefs cover 3.5? It's a little shaky. I'd rather get them at -3. Okay? If I had to take a side, I'd take the Chiefs at -3. That would be the line I'd take it at. It covers that key number of 3. You push. I wouldn't take it over 4. 3.5 is the highest I would take this number. Now, do I think this goes over 46.5? Yes, I do. All right, 55% of my simulations have this game going over 46.5 points. Keep it under that key number of 47. And the biggest thing for the Jags to be able to come out and win this game is going to be the turnover battle. If they can get 2 or more takeaways, I think that swings it huge in their direction, and they can win this game. They got to control the pace running the ball. The Chiefs want to get out, extend plays, put pressure on the defense deep with Xavier Worthy coming back. I think if the Jags can control possession, run the ball slow and steady, I think this is going to be a great chance for them to win a game if they get 2 turnovers and control possession. Now, I'm going to lean Chiefs, right? But I think the Jags keep it close. -3 is my official play, all right? With a high probability of it going over 46.5. If the Jags don't win this turnover battle, I think this could get ugly, and I think the Chiefs could score 30-plus points, as they just did against a great Ravens defense. So, in recap, I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. I like -3. I like the over, and I think both of these plays could be very big. Also, look at Chiefs over 25 points, team total. I think that could be a great play as well. All right, guys, like, subscribe, comment down below what you're taking with analysis. Why are you taking it? Okay, I respond to every single comment and give my take. So if you have questions on player props, put it down below. I'll definitely give my take on this game with analysis in the comments. Guys, on to the next one. Let's roll.